taking on the Seattle Seahawks.
The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9?
A little juke. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on first and 10. On play action, they'll throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Josh Sweat rushing in and bringing him down to the ground.
And so much for that great field position to start the game. Now they're way behind the sticks. Can't wait to see what their second down call is going to look like now.
So much for coming out throwing as it leads to an early second down and long. They'll run. It's Kenneth Walker. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. A little trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11. And now here's a timeout defensively coming from the Cardinals. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. The Cards going nickel. An extra defensive back out there now on 3rd down.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Cowboy 8, Dragon 60.
They'll drop the throw. Looking deep downfield. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. A big play there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Seahawks need just 3 plays to go down and take the early lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
The Cardinals take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
So good field position for the Cardinals as they come up first and 10 at their 35-yard line. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Seahawks have picked it up. Loose inside the 30. Inside the 10. And they bring this one back. It's a fumble recovery and a Seattle touchdown. The extra point now coming from Myers. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead.
Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 35-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And Charles, these early season in-division games are always interesting because you're still kind of figuring yourself out, but you want to know as much as you can about the opponent, especially when it's a division matchup. So I'm curious to see how the rest of this one plays out.
Yeah, that's a good point because they're still trying to work things out. They don't know everything about their own team, let alone trying to figure out their opponent. But you've got to do both on the fly, don't you? While the game's being played, figure it out both ways and try and find a way to win.
Got his man, and that's the rookie 4th-round pick. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. It's his first catch, and it'll be good for 15 at a first down.
Here's Murray.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Channing Tindall. He's to the 15.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Now Myers for the extra point.
Jason Myers for the extra point.
It's good, and before you know it, it's 21-0.
Makes the score Seahawks 21, Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line of the end zone. So this ball will come out to the 30 now.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor. But thank you, Dr. Davis.
You know, Charles, for this defense, look, it's no secret. You're facing a team that is really, really struggling. They haven't won in what seems like forever, but sometimes a desperate team can be a dangerous team, right?
You're exactly right about that, but they shouldn't be. When they're on that type of a losing streak, it's incumbent upon you to take charge of this game early and not give them any reason to hope. Get out and tackle and make sure you knock them back on their butts.
An 8-yard pickup. And the Cardinals first down.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
When you talk about this Seahawk defense,
They were terrific last week in the win over the Rams.
One thing you always look for when you're evaluating a defense, how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get? How about last week's game? The number was 6. Phenomenal performance.
And they get him behind the line, so that short gain on first down quickly negated. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. He's going to let this one go deep. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted.
Picked off by Devin Witherspoon.
And now off to the races down the right side. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. So that last penalty making this third down much more manageable. Third down, 4 yards to go. Murray now. That is caught. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds.
Couple of Oklahoma teammates there. Murray to Brown for a Cardinal first.
We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally.
And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. DeMarcus Lawrence make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
But certainly not an ideal first quarter for him. Remember, he lost the fumble earlier, and here he ends up on the ground with a sack.
And sometimes what happens when you make a mistake early, you get too cautious going forward.
Under pressure, they got him again.
Derek Hall.
He's the one that drops him this go-around, and that pass rush getting strong here. Back-to-back sacks.
Third and long.
Well, that last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot. Third and long. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. Pretty sizable gain of 8 that time on the keeper, but now it's fourth down.
An 8-yard gain. It's fourth down.
They're going for it. It's Murray. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
The Cardinals unable to convert there on 4th down. And the Seahawks are going to take over the football. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
Here we go.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Second quarter now from Seattle, and it is the Seahawks with the football here. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second.
So as they talk it over, we step aside. Behind the chain, 2nd and 13.
Ready?
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. He's going to look deep down the field. And this is taken in at the 5. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. A great play there. With touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year. And the Seahawks are able to add on to their first half lead. PAT would extend their lead, but there is a flag on the play.
Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield.
And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 30.
Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw.
Finding his target, it's Trey McBride.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try and wait until the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here.
Murray going to throw. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
That could have been a huge play, but give the defender credit. Stayed calm, stayed collected, and kept himself in a position to make a play on the ball without a penalty.
Here's Murray as he sets to throw it.
Oh, wide open receiver. It's Harrison.
And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown.
Marvin Harrison Jr.
45 yards.
And the Cardinals get a bit closer. The Cardinals offense staying put. Obviously, watch out for Kyler's legs. They'll go for 2 here.
And they don't get it. They tried for the 2-point conversion there, but unsuccessful. Well, it is still a lopsided score, so they're going to try a second quarter onside kick. And the Seahawks, looks like they've recovered. They have.
And, oh, he takes a shot at the end of that play.
A second quarter onside kick there that failed. Is that something that maybe they had dialed up before this game started?
It feels like it, doesn't it? That they thought they had the right situation, you know, and the right approach in going after it. Also may signal that they feel like they have the superior team, that they can try these sorts of things, and it won't come back and hurt them later.
And he is in for a Seattle touchdown.
Ken Walker, his 12th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. And that touchdown is going to put him in double digits now for the year. It's his 10th rushing touchdown of the campaign.
The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock.
And they'll opt not to return this, but since the ball did hit in the landing zone, this will come out to the 20. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense.
Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've got to be pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, playing the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
The pass game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It'll be an Arizona first down on a gain of 17.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
And he's going to be stacked up right at the line of scrimmage. Nothing there for him. 2nd down.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, it looked like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
Now Murray. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And a tough ask here. They're going to go for it on 4th down and 9. To throw, it's Murray. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Cardinals unable to convert there on 4th down. And that will force a turnover on downs. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
And he fires one incomplete.
So this game, Charles, we talk about potential unbeaten seasons a lot. It feels like every year at some point in the season we talk about that. But this is one of those games where if you're unbeaten, you got to be careful. You can't take this one too lightly.
You're exactly right about that, and by rights, this should be a cakewalk. Almost a week off. Let the starters run up the score in the first half. Backups get to play in the second. But you and I both know the funny things sometimes happen when you think this way. So some
and all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Elijah Arroyo, 47 yards. And the Seahawks have taken a 5-touchdown lead. Myers connects on the PAT. And the route is on here in this first half.
Michael Dixon to kick off.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started.
They've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the football, CD, and then they tried to go for it on 4th down, didn't convert, probably left a bitter taste in their mouths.
I would say so, and I think that they go out in this series determined for that not to happen again. In fact, they don't even want to get to a 4th down opportunity. They just want to make sure they get it done within the parameters that they've set for themselves. Run their offense, get it into the end zone. Yeah, I think a little bit of determination and a dash of anger.
On first down, it's Benson.
And he's taken down inside the 30. 18 more yards there and another first down.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for them. Show them that you're supposed to get the football.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Another run here with Benson. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. This drive starts with 2 steps forward and now 1 back. A pair of first downs, and here a loss of yardage. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Well, now they'll try the end around. I don't think anyone in the building fooled right there, as that one is going to blow up in their faces. 3rd down just got a lot tougher. That will officially go as a loss of 7. We'll see where they go for this play call. Obviously tough in this spot, backed up. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Murray now going to do it himself. Ball had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds the defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback, I've got to throw it. He bailed out the defense with that incompletion.
This is caught, and he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Marvin Harrison Jr. in the final seconds of the first half. And the Cards take a chance, but they find pay dirt on 4th and goal. It appears they're going to throw for it with Murray. And now the pressure gets there, and he goes down. So he couldn't get rid of the football, and that deficit stays right where it is. And the Seahawks, looks like they've recovered. They have. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie.
And this ball incomplete. Looked very much to be a catchable ball. He could not hang on. 2nd down coming up.
Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
It'll be the Cardinals who get the ball first. They trail here as we resume action in the 3rd quarter.
And this one over the back line of the end zone. Well, they definitely don't want to give him a shot at returning it. That's obvious. So the ball will come out to the 30.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. To throw is Murray.
That's caught by Harrison, right side.
It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders. Hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone, and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Tyler going to give this to Benson.
And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
There he goes, right side. And he's going to take this all the way down to the Seahawks 5.
The 71 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Well, they know they've got a good starter. Now the guy coming in to spell him shows he can run it pretty good as well.
And I think he appreciates the starter, wearing people down, tiring them out a little bit. He took full advantage, didn't he? Came in with fresh legs and carried the ball.
To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Down this close to the goal line, first down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball first down in this situation because 2nd down, that gives me an option of running play action and maybe throwing it.
Big ace. 2-2-1.
Play fake. Murray.
And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to bring up a 4th and goal. Nice job holding them out of the end zone on 3rd down. I think you need to give a big assist to this crowd.
Yeah, they're really rallying them, aren't they? They're behind them the whole way. And they get that little bit of extra motivation when you're in a tough situation.
And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. He couldn't get the ball away on 4th and goal. And the Seahawks able to come up with a goal line stand. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here?
Down the numbers. There he goes. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. A great effort there. 88 yards. And the Seahawks are pouring it on. Extra point up and through by Myers. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And that one going to hop into the end zone, and it'll come out to the 20. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at the 20. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
There they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage.
We're just looking at the scoreboard and where we're at in the 3rd quarter. I don't know that it's going to matter much at this point, CD, but these small runs on the ground, they're not going to get it done.
No, they're not. And right now, the guys stopping the run have been superior in this ball game, giving them no openings, no seams, and now they got this game well in hand.
And he'll be stopped here well short of the 1st down at the 24-yard line. 3 yards all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down. They do go for it. It's Murray. He'll get that complete to Harrison. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Seahawks, they'll get the football back in outstanding field position. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Final minute now of the 3rd quarter.
60 Vikings, 60 Vikings.
Brings up 2nd and 18.
They'll set up a throw. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Zaven Collins in there again as he's able to pick up sacks on both 1st and 2nd down. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. Back to throw. Throw out wide to Walker. Past the 20. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Kenneth Walker. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Seahawks are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter. Myers connects on the PAT. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
At their own 19-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. They'll start on the ground here on first down. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28. 3 quarters in the books. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now in Seattle, Washington. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. In need of only about the length of the football here on second down. They run over center with Benson. And this is going to be a Cardinals first down as the tackle made at the 35-yard line.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Big Leonard Williams there on the stop.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, helped their spot, and stacked him up.
Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Harrison. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. What a throw right there for the first down. He has taken some real punishment in this game, but still standing in the pocket completing that one.
He's a flat-out warrior. There's no question about that. How about him stepping up into the teeth of the rush and delivering there for that big strike and that big pickup?
Yeah, boy, it is tough to bring him down that time. He surges forward. He's going to get a full 6 out of that. Second down.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd and 4. A give up the middle with Benson. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
And this offense on 3rd down today, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked up by Reek Woolen. And now off to the races down the right side. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, this one was already ugly, and now it's just kind of becoming a feast on the defensive side of the football.
Yeah, partner, this is a unit that knows they've got this game in the bag with this huge lead, and it's going to drive their coaches crazy because they're telling them play it straight, do all the right things. But these guys are going to be freewheeling now. All of them are going to take chances, and that one pays off with an INT and a return for 6.
And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
At their own 26-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case. And he'll be out of bounds. Across the 30-yard line. A nice little screen. They get 6 on first down.
And a really nice play call there to start the drive, especially if you're a team that has a little bit of a reputation for throwing it downfield. You come out and you think maybe you can catch them off guard a little bit, and they did. Little screen pass, backdoored them, and that time worked well for a solid gain.
It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Out of the gun, here's Murray. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a first down. Now Murray off play action. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. A handoff here to Benson. And a decent gain there as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Murray flips this forward on the jet sweep. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards. And it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on it before he could get much out of it.
Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. They'll try to run for it with Benson. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. 95 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
Well, as we've learned over the years, just because a guy plays left tackle doesn't mean he doesn't have run blocking abilities. And we just saw it there. Controlled the line of scrimmage, created a big game.
That's kind of a bonus. He's there to protect that high value that you have back under center, that he creates space in the run game.
Yeah, not only can he dance, he can mash, too.
I think that run gives us evidence that the defense is getting a little bit tired out there. They've been out in the field for a long time, and that last run, they just cut right through them.
And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance. Well, by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go at each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think